Sonic Mania is an interesting case of Sega giving the full reign of Sonic the Hedgehog to its most hardcore fans to create a celebration of Sonic, with all the good and bad that entails. And what we got with Sonic Mania and the enhanced version, Sonic Mania Plus, is a by the fans, for the fans experience that really is the most polished and iterated or refined version of this kind of design that we've seen in quite some time. Now, things start off very casually, with you returning to everybody's favorite island from Sonic 3, but without spoiling things too much, or I guess as much as you can in a Sonic game, things go off the rails quickly, and you wind up back in the very famous Angel Hill Zone from Sonic 1. And from there, we begin this kind of breakdown and evolution of all the major elements of Sonic, from the popular levels, the use of special stages, and very interesting and diverse boss fights. But with Sonic Mania, the game begins again using these old style stages, or the classic stages, I should say, from the franchise. And these levels are almost, at the beginning, one-to-one from the original. Of course, with slightly cleaner pixels here. But for the observant fans, you'll notice subtle changes. There are a few more advanced features, such as having a shield like that in a Sonic the Hedgehog 1 level. And very quickly, as you play through the game, you'll soon realize that there's more to this than just simply copying and pasting the design or the gameplay from Sonic's best games. Such as we're about to see right here, there are new boss fights, and for every second act that takes place in a classic zone, the level becomes entirely remixed into something brand new, while still keeping the themes and basic elements of that level. For instance, the Chemical Hill Zone that you saw at the beginning, the second stage gets into this kind of bouncy castle kind of gameplay using those chemicals, as opposed to having to just avoid it or swim in the water. And this is when Sonic Mania gets very interesting in terms of its design. As you play through the game, you are doing all the same basic elements of the Sonic gameplay. You can also add in the moves from Sonic CD or just keep it at Mania, it doesn't really matter. But as the game goes on, you'll start to see those very interesting and diverse levels, as the fans have added in their own original levels as you get further in, and they start to kind of put them in between having those classic stages. And when we get to those levels, I think this is the best aspects of Sonic Mania, when the fans aren't just trying to replicate the old school feeling, but try to take it further. And some of the later stages are really great, I would say, as a fan of old school Sonic. But, as I said at the start, everything about Sonic Mania, or the Sonic design, is here, from the good as well as the bad. And if you're hoping for an iteration or an evolution of this design, that's not going to be present. So issues such as the fact that the camera doesn't pan far enough to the right to allow you to see where you're going while you're running is here. The kind of wonky physics of jumping make their return. And of course, dying to something because you move too fast to react is going to happen plenty of times. And that makes Sonic Mania quite a very weird game to look at. This isn't a modern retro game. This is a retro game. All the elements of Sonic the Hedgehog are present, and you're not going to be seeing anything completely brand new or as evolutionary as what we saw with Sonic Adventure, Sonic Teams, and so on, which for the fans is probably a good thing. And your enjoyment of Sonic Mania is really going to be dependent on one question. Did you really want to play another 2D Sonic game? If your answer is anything but emphatic yes, then this is not going to be for you. With that said though, I would also say that this game is really great for someone brand new who has never seen or played a Sonic game and want to experience it, because this is the most refined version of this design. And again, the fans knew what they wanted. They knew what the majority of these old school Sonic fans wanted to play, and that's what the game is about. And like I said at the start, some of the later stages and boss battles are really quite impressive. Now, besides that, the Plus kind of quote-unquote DLC adds in 2 characters from the Knuckles Chaotix brand, which I've never played, and a new medley or remix mode. In this mode, the twist is, besides having different graphics in the background, you can now switch between whatever 2 characters you have in play, instead of just having the AI control your partner for all times. So if you wanted to have Sonic and Knuckles team up, and let Knuckles take the lead to climb a wall, you can do that. While it's not exactly going to make or break the game, it's a nice little touch to increase the diversity of the design here. But, with that said, let me get to some final thoughts on the game. At the end of the day, Sonic Mania again is a celebration of everything that made Sonic the Hedgehog famous. And like I said, if you're not already a fan or someone brand new, there is nothing here that I think is really going to hold your attention. And personally, I would love to see more of an evolution on Sonic's design in the future. But this is certainly an interesting slice of, again, that celebration of a design that, for a time, was a major competitor to Mario. For me, I think I still prefer more of the modern retro design of games like Odalis, Locomelito, and so on and so forth. But if you're a Sonic fan who really wants to go back to that era of this kind of 2D design, I can't think of a better option for you right now than Sonic Mania and Sonic Plus. But that's going to do it for this review. So let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. And if you're working on a game that you want me to take a look at in the future, please don't hesitate to get in touch. But otherwise, check back for more discussions on game design here, and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. So get back to following that rainbow and using your mind, folks. Until next time, have a good day. Before we get to the credits, just a quick shout out to the supporters over on patreon.com/GWBycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to check back for our regular streaming, most nights at 9:30, 10 EST, and you'll find a schedule linked down below. For a collection of my writings as well as audio casts on design, you'll find that at game-wisdom.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at GWBycer. If you're interested in hanging out and talking about game design topics, we have a Discord channel with the basic tier open to everybody, and that is linked down below as well. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, it is at patreon.com/GWBycer. Your support can help to keep things going and growing, and you can earn rewards such as ad-free versions of our talks, votings for our specific Let's Plays and grab bag streams, and more. But that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. I hope you come back for more great discussions on design here and on GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games.